It is the world famous KROQ and Megan Holiday, and I'm here with my old friend Sam Fender.
Hello.
Hi, buddy. It's so good to see you.
It's lovely to see you too.
Do you remember the last time that you were here? That when you came here in 2019?
In here.
And here, yes. And that was the first time that you and I met and that I interviewed you.
I had a cap on.
You had a cap on, you did?
And then I did a load of... we did a session, didn't we? We did
you
like
did
a
3
solo.
songs. You did a couple songs and you did a Bruce
Springsteen
cover.
tune,
Yes,
yeah.
you did.
I remember.
And I knew in that moment, I was like, this guy is magical and this guy is going to be a superstar.
Oh.
And you know I've been Sam Fender obsessed ever since then. And so to just watch what has been going on has been absolutely incredible. But before we get into that, because you don't usually get to spend a lot of time here in Los Angeles.
No.
So you were kind of telling me about how you just recently got to go and see Paul McCartney at the Fonder, and you've really had this like full LA experience.
Religious experience. Like it was amazing, and I cried for like most of the show.
Oh my god, I bet.
Especially from once he played Blackbird on his own. I was gone.
Oh god.
And then he did a tribute to George. And he pulled out George's like his ukulele, and like did a whole story about. He was talking about George, like loving George Formby and being a fan of George Formby. And I think I was the only person in the room who knew who George Formby was. He's like an old British like comedy sort of singer. And,
okay.
And then he played something, and that broke us. And then he did a whole medley of. He did Golden Slumbers Carry That Way at the end, like the end of Abbey Road, and I was snotty tears streaming down my face. It was great. It was amazing. It's been the weirdest couple of days. And then I went to Disneyland.
Yes.
To go see, to go to Star Wars, out the, what do they call it? I don't know. The
Star Wars
Galaxy's Edge or Rise of the
Edge, Rise of the Resistance.
Yeah,
Isn't that ride crazy?
It was class.
Right?
My favourite one was flying the Millennium Falcon, though. The other one, I loved that. Me and my manager were both flying it and screaming.
Hell
it was
yeah.
great. It was class.
Did you try any different kinds of foods at Disneyland? Did you at least get a churro?
Nah, I didn't really. I didn't try anything. Okay. I went into the Star Wars bar in the cantina and had some weird looking cocktails. And that was good fun. And there was and I think we had like a pretzel bun in there. That was about it. But that kind of.
You didn't get a giant turkey leg?
What to do them there?
Dude,
I've always wanted to get one of them.
Like a giant turkey leg. All right, next time you're here, can we go do a full day Disney experience?
We could film it. We could do a whole review and everything.
Let's do it.
I'll do that for KROQ. That'll be class.
Let's go.
I've always wanted one of them. The one that they're wrapped in bacon sometimes as well.
Yes, sir. It's huge. It's as big as your face. So
God bless America.
We're gonna. And then you went and you had dinner with Elton John.
Yes.
Okay.
I had dinner with Elton John
unbelievable.
for his birthday. Just hanging out. He's lovely. I love that man so much. He's been so kind to me over the years, you know. And so we sat there and Andrew Watt, the producer lad, he's lovely. This first time we've like properly hung out, and I got on really well with him. He's such a sweet guy, and he just goes like, he gets up, he's like Al Pacino's over there. I'm gonna bring him over.
Oh my God! What?
I was like, what? So Al Pacino comes over to the table, and I'm like, oh my God, what's he like?
Are you kidding me?
I didn't know what to do, and I was trying so hard. Sorry, this is like the most name droppy.
No, I love this.
Story.
I love everything about this.
It's so name droppy, but it's ridiculous. I feel very strange when I'm saying these things. But he comes over, and Elton like introduced me to him, and I was just like, what is going on with my life right now? This is insane. And I was trying desperately not to say that I share my birthday with Al Pacino.
Okay.
I was just like, don't do it, Sam. It's going to be so weird if you say that. He's going to think you're a freak. And I thankfully didn't do it, but it was just on the tip of my tongue.
It's always
do you want to have a joint birthday party? Like, let's have a joint birthday, Al.
It's always the thing that you tell yourself, I'm not going to bring this up, and then you do. So you did, you played it cool.
Yeah,
That's
tried.
pretty surreal.
There's a lot of masking.
I feel like you can do a pretty good Al Pacino impersonation as well, and I'm glad you didn't do that to his face as well.
The temptation was very, very real, you know. So.
Oh my God! Well, welcome to Los Angeles. It's been a while since you've been here.
Yeah, it's been Last time I saw you was at Coachella.
I was at Coachella last year. Yeah. And I was telling you, I'm like, we need this to be the Sam Fender America takeover.
It'll take as long as it takes.
I know,
I'm still going for it.
We're well on our way, though.
Yeah,
you know?
It's
so we have to talk about, your album People Watching came out early last year. Did really, really well. And then, you play Coachella, and then things just start blowing up even more with your song Rein Me In.
Yeah,
it's growing by the minute.
I've never had anything like it.
It's crazy. It's back to number 1 in the UK. It's now climbing the Billboard Global 200 charts.
Mad.
Global.
That's mad.
So when you wrote this song, did you have any idea that it was something special, or was this very surprising to you?
I didn't even think it was a single. I was like, oh, this is a great album track.
Yeah.
I was like, track 6. And it actually ended up being track 6. I was
wow.
Great album track in the middle. I was like, I love that one. But, it's not I didn't think it was a single at all. And obviously, I mean, I've struck gold with asking Olivia Dean, because Olivia Dean's career just went like straight
out. She just won a Grammy Award for Best New Artist, and she did an incredible performance. And so how did you meet her, and how did you sort of get her involved in doing this song?
I was a fan, and we were looking for somebody to do like a duet sort of collaboration thing on one of the songs that I'd already. So Rein Me In was already a song on the album. But I wanted to do because I did it with like Noah Kahan. I jumped on one of Noah Kahan's songs, and it was a song he'd already had.
Yep.
But then he like deleted the second verse and let me write a verse of my own. And I wanted to do the same thing. And I was such a fan of Olivia at the time, and I still am. Obviously, that sounded like I'm not a fan anymore.
I'm over her now.
Yeah. I'm done. No, I'm still such a big fan. It's and so. The label were like, oh, we've sent her the songs. And I was like, I bet they haven't, because they were pushing for a different song to be a single. And I was like, I bet they haven't sent all of the album. So I rang Olivia, and I was like, did they send you everything? She was like, no, they just sent me this one song. I was like, I knew it. So I was like, you take the whole album. And I was like, and you can pick. So Olivia picked Rein Me In. It was her choice.
So you sent her the whole album. She listened to it, and then she chose that song.
She was like, Rein Me In, that's the one. And I was like, right, okay. And so I was like, I'll delete the second verse, and you can just go and write your own whatever you want, Wow. And she really cleverly made it like a dual narrative.
Yep.
Because it was originally it was just me being self-flagellating about screwing up a relationship.
Yep.
It was like the character was supposed to be like, being honest, and Olivia put in the female perspective of that relationship, which was, I thought it was, brave to do that, and it really elevated it, and I think it made it more universal, and I think it kind of just related to a lot more people than it would have done had I have not had Olivia on it, So I'm eternally grateful that she did that, and then it's just gone daft. I've never had a number 1 single before.
Oh my God!
Never had one.
Really?
I've had number 1 albums.
Oh, okay.
The albums all went number 1, but I've never guitar music rarely gets I've had 3, I think's the closest I've got before.
Okay. I thought for sure Hypersonic Missiles or 17,
17 got, was it 3 or 4? 3 17 got a 3. I think People Watching got a 4 or 3, and but yeah, no higher than that before. And then now we've had 5 weeks at number 1.
Oh my
it's
goodness.
insane.
That's so wild. So at what point did you start to realize, oh, this is a lot bigger than just here in the UK? Yes, we're crushing it here in the UK, but starting to, gain all of this international success, at what point were you seeing stuff on TikTok, or were you just your people are just like, hey, look at these numbers, these streaming numbers?
I didn't see anything. Because
okay.
It's the strangest thing. I was saying this to my manager the other day. I was like, this is like the most success we've ever had, and all I've done is sat on my arse and play PlayStation for 3 months. Because I was supposed to be taking a break, I was like, let's take a break this year and make an album.
Yeah.
And I've just been sat playing PlayStation, eating Nando's, and And I'm like, he's there bringing us up to number one again.
Me.
I'm like, oh, great. Back on my PlayStation. Like,
I want to do
just
that.
been playing Resident Evil. It's been great.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
I'm having the best time.
Wow. So it's just, so people are just streaming it. It's just getting more and more and more and more out there.
It's mad, It's absolutely mad.
Wow. Is there anywhere that the song is affecting, maybe like a country that you really do? I mean, obviously you want to blow up here in America.
Yeah, I would love to.
Is there anywhere else, like, I don't know, Japan, or is there anywhere else where you...
I would love it. Anywhere.
Yeah.
Anywhere that wants to listen to it.
Yeah.
And if anybody likes it, I'm going to be grateful and happy to go there, you know? I mean, I guess there's an excuse to go and see somewhere interesting that you've never been before. I've never done South America yet. I would love to.
Oh, okay.
I would love to go down there and see what's going on down there. Japan is great. I've been to Japan once, but years ago we did like a little run of shows in 2019, and it was probably like one of my favorite little tours.
Yeah,
it was so fun.
Japan
and it was like
so
the first
cool.
time I've ever been to a place where I'm like, wow, this is nothing like home. Mm-hmm. And I really like, you know, it was really cool.
It's so clean and everything is so thoughtful, and the people are so lovely. I was like, oh, I could live here 1,000%.
Yeah. I know that I didn't even know when we did this gig in like it was like an aircraft hangar, in like an aircraft hangar.
Oh, that's
like,
so cool.
Like a festival, but it was like in a big you know, corrugated iron roof or whatever, and it was like I was. It was like the capacity was like 10,000 people, and I was like, "There's nobody here," because I was standing side stage. I couldn't hear a thing, and I was like, "Oh my God, there's no one here. We're going to be playing to an empty blooming." No. And we walk out. There's 10,000 people there. We were just silent.
Oh my God!
And then it was like, and then as soon as we started playing, it was like everyone was just going mental,
going
and they were like
crazy.
jumping around. And then as soon as the song's done, it was like, and I was like, "Wow." You know,
it's a completely
just
different
a culture shock.
Exactly.
It was amazing. They're a great crowd.
Yes. Japanese fans, I think, are some of the most diehard, lifelong. So I'm really excited for you to do like a full world tour, and especially here in America, because I feel like there kept being these little roadblocks that kept happening. You know, you put out hypersonic missiles, the pandemic hit, and then there was just like some health stuff that was going on. So, but you kind of said earlier that, are you already sort of thinking about new songs and a new album and all that stuff?
As soon as I'm doing a bit of promo here for this single, obviously, I'm going to get back home and start the next album, because we're just dying to get the people watching took like so much longer than it normally does to make an album. I toiled over it for ages and it took like 3 years, and like normally it doesn't take that long, you know. And I think because of the time spent making it, like I was already kind of, you know, by that point I would have toured it for 2 years as well. Do you know what I mean? So you have to you make the album, then you tour it for 2 years, and then you're like, right, I need to make some more songs because I'm sick of singing these.
Yeah.
And then so I was already kind of at that point while I was touring it.
Okay.
I was like, oh God, I need to write something new, man. You know what I mean? So we're desperate to get back in and make another album. So I'm going to do that when I get back.
Yeah.
We're starting a couple of weeks. I'm so excited. I'm
Oh my
excited to see
God.
my band because I haven't seen them in a while. We all live in different places now, and it's like,
I love your band.
Oh, they're
just
the
the
best.
Coolest, nicest guys.
the best.
I'm so glad that you guys all have each other.
We're like we're a big family. I just picked friends, you know.
Yeah.
It started off with me, Dean, Frenchie, and Drew. And then Joe joined when Dean broke his leg on a trampoline in Sheffield.
Oh my God, I didn't know that.
Well, Joe came in as a dep.
Oh, whoa.
Joe was another friend from like school. I went to school with Joe.
Oh my God.
I was like, Dean's just, we had 3 minutes in this trampoline park. We had a day off in the middle of the tour, and it was like, let's go trampolining. 3 minutes, we had to do a safety briefing.
Oh, no.
And you had to wear safety socks. And they were like, put your safety socks on. And I remember Dean going like, whatever. 3 minutes, his leg was hanging off.
No.
Swear down.
That's unbelievable.
And the worst thing about it
Dean.
was he was on a trampoline, and obviously when the paramedics turned up, they had to get on the trampoline, which was then moving his leg more. And he was like,
Oh my God.
I was holding him.
Just
He went white.
screaming.
It was like a scene off Saving Private Ryan.
Oh, yeah.
I was holding on to him, and he was going, I feel cold. And I was like, stay with me.
Oh my God. Am I going to make it?
And it was horrible.
My gosh.
And then once they give him all the air and stuff, and once they pumped him full of drugs, and then he was fine. But I remember he was full of drugs, and he was like, I don't understand why my legs broke. I drink loads of milk. He's like, getting really emotional. And then he picked him up on the stretcher, and they took him out. And he just turned to all the little kids playing. He went, bounce safe, kids.
Oh my God. It's like out of a movie. How is that real life?
He's so
oh my God, I love him.
So yeah, that's how Joe joined the band, because Dean broke his leg. And then it was like, you know, it was like we took in a stray dog. And it was like, can we keep him?
Oh, you know what I mean? So we really like him.
So we loved Joe, so we kept Joe, and then Johnny came with the saxophone, and then it was Mark and Brooke as well. We've got Brooke now.
Yeah, she's amazing.
She's brilliant.
What a beautiful voice she has. Oh my God, you guys sing so well together.
I learned how to sing because of Brooke. I used to sing like an idiot back in the day.
Up, okay.
No, seriously. Seriously, when I was 17, I used to really try and put a husky voice on. It sound like a big man. And it used to sound so bad. I used to be like, yeah.
Oh, you were like singing like Creed. You were doing Creed songs.
Yeah. Not that.
With
not
arms
that far.
wide open.
Not that far. Not Creed level, but like a bit. It was a bit contrived.
Yeah.
And I walked into the buskers night up in Gosforth in Newcastle, and Brooke was playing. It was the first time I ever met her, and she was singing "Dancing in the Dark." And I was 17 and she was 16, and I walked in and I heard her singing, and I was like, oh my God. I was like, that's how you sing.
Yeah.
She's just clean vocal with a bit of, and she had a really like fast vibrato, which I thought she was just so talented. And I remember from that day forward, I just started trying to sing differently and trying to sing naturally.
Yeah.
And I found my natural voice. And then Brooke used to tour with us because she's an amazing singer-songwriter in her own right. And then that, it basically got to the point where I was like, I can't ask her to join the band. I was like, because she's like, I thought it was beneath her.
Right.
Do you know
okay.
what I mean? You don't need. And I just I bit the bullet and said, look, can you join the band? She was like, of course, I was waiting. Do you know what I mean?
Oh my God, that's so sweet. Yeah, so all of you really you've known each other for such a long time. And yeah, the energy, the chemistry that you guys all have, it's so good. You're so dialed in. And I can't wait for even more new Sam Fender. I need lots of shows here so I can come and see you. And dude, I'm just congratulations on all of the success.
Thank you so much
for Rein Me In and just for everything.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think I think the plans to come back here next year. We might even come here first before we do any UK stuff.
Yes.
Because it's time.
Now. Yeah, it's definitely time. So America needs to know.
And it is, and I did notice on the last tour, it's sizing up every time. Do you know what I mean? So last time I was actually taken aback. The last East Coast run we did, and we did a West Coast and East Coast run, and specifically it was getting, the crowds were getting quite big on the East Coast as well, and it's starting to follow suit in the West. So I'm like, okay, is this happening? I'm just got to keep coming back.
Exactly. There we go. Well, Sam Fender, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
You're the best.
So much. Thank you.
It was the world famous KROQ. Thanks for watching.